We never seen this coming. Big Meech was a legendary force in the dope game. But now disturbing allegations have surfaced. Dion Cuffy Gatling, speaking from prison, reveals that Big Meech is the reason he's serving 27 years behind bars.
But I'm in here with a 27-year sentence based on Demetrius Flannery, as you all know as Big Meech, and Tammy Cowins, known in the paperwork as CS1.
Right.
Confidential source 1. So what Big Meech did was call a third-party cooperation. So Tammy Cowins signed up to be a DEA informant to give Demetrius Flannery a time cut, plain and simple.
If this is true, does this revelation rewrites the saga of Big Meech and the Black Mafia family?
Damn, Big Meech, say it ain't so. They say they about to show your paperwork on the next motherfucking BMF show. Damn. Damn, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you? I got the sickest vendetta when it comes to this cheddar. It's not looking good for Big Meech. It looked like 50 Cent, and we know 50 Cent is undefeated. It looked like 50 Cent's coming to put a cancellation to Big Meech's legacy and labels him a rat by posting on Instagram a picture of what we would know as one of the most vile rodents known to all mankind, a rat. And over the last few days, 50 Cent has taken to Instagram and posted a few different times taking shots at Big Meech, but he hasn't directed it at him just like he did with this one right here. And in this video right here, we're going to go into the ethical topic about this situation with 50 Cent, Big Meech, and Rick Ross. So I did this video the other day. I don't know if y'all peeped it, but y'all can go back and check it out. But it's called Big Meech Gets Welcomed Home by a Correctional Officer. And, many people said that, they were glad to be able to see that, convicts and correctional officers could harmonize and work together in the form and fashion like we seen with Big Meech and Rick Ross. Because we all know Rick Ross used to be that guy, bend over, cough, you know what I mean? Go lock down, lock down, lock down. We know he was that guy, right? Now, here we go. We got 50 Cent, though, right? 50 Cent seen what transpired right there. And some people would say that, 50 Cent might be out of line, right? 50 Cent out of line for pressing the line like he pressing it on Big Meech, because Big Meech his own man, right? He get to make his own decisions, so forth, right? But that's where the ethical dilemma comes into play, knowing that 50 Cent done did a gang for Big Meech's son while he was incarcerated. And I don't know what he's done for Big Meech since he's got out. I seen that they took a picture together. Y'all can let me know in the comments if 50 done did something for Big Meech. But I kind of feel like, outside looking in, that he probably done did something, blessed him, did something. But we know that Rick Ross and all them, they done blessed Big Meech with a chain, with the diamonds and shit, you know what I mean? And, ultimately, we know Ricky Rose, right? Officer Ricky, he done mentioned Big Meech in his song, and, he can get paid. They got business endeavors. But once again, the ethical dilemma, does the loyalty of Big Meech reside with the man 50 Cent for what he's done with his son? Or does it just matter to, him doing what he want to do? It looks like 50 felt some kind of way. Him and Rick Ross been having this long going beef for what it looks like on the screen of life, right? On the stage of life. It looks like they really, they some older men beefing still to this day, right? And 50 Cent taking to Instagram calling Big Meech a rat by asking who is Tammy Cowins, if I'm saying that right. But from my understanding, the lady that he's referring to is a undercover officer that was in a relationship with Big Meech at one point in time and helped. I guess she took down another part of the organization or some other kingpin or something along them lines. I don't know the whole specifics. It's just like a full drawn out soap opera. But ultimately, he got arrested through a third party, with Big Meech being the one that gave her the drop on him or some shit like that. Some shit like that. But
whatever, right? He's like, I just gotta wait to holler at Tammy before, I know where we at with that. And Tammy is a government informant. So when he said that, I was like, Tammy, what you mean, Tammy? Like, you ain't heard what's going on with her? And they were like, shit, nigga, I heard some shit, but whatever it is, that shit ain't got shit to do with me. And he was like, man, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm like, all right, that's the last time I ever talked to him.
So you're talking about Tammy Cowins, right?
Yeah, Tammy Cowins.
Okay, now.
She's a co-producer of the BMF Starz TV show.
Okay, and you're saying that she's an informant.
Definitely, 100%.
Okay.
She's been an informant since 2009.
Okay, so I'm on the page right now.
Yeah, it's 32 pages or something.
I'm on the first page, and now it says, United States of America versus plaintiff, and it says, Donnie Gatlin, Timothy.
Dion Gatlin. Shout out Cuff. Shout out Cuff. That's my Cuff. Dion Gatlin. Yeah, he's one of the first defendants. Yeah.
Okay.
St. Louis Project. What's happening?
So, can you kind of break down this paperwork for me and how she's involved in this? And where can I go?
Tammy Cowins is Big Meech personal assistant / business partner / whatever you want to call. You know what I'm saying? Basically, she became the owner of what Meech has as BMF Entertainment, his company from prison. His company, she became the owner of it in 2008. And in 2009, she became a government informant. In 2010, she did a case that was pertaining to a guy that Meech met in prison and one of Meech's homeboys of 26 years.
Okay. Now, in this paperwork, it doesn't actually say her name. Right.
Yeah. You will have to, it don't say her name. It say her name on paper on the cover sheet, her actual name. But this is a case, so they're not gonna be saying the witnesses' names in the case. They're gonna call them CS1 or CSOI or something like that, confidential source or whatever. It's confidential, bro. It's not public. That, you know what I'm saying? The snitch on the case is not public. You feel me? Until maybe after the case and the people was put away in prison and they out of government hiding and all that shit, and then you get some paperwork and then you might see it. Outside of that, you got to be tapped in. You got to have that pacer. Got to be able to pull cover sheets and shit like that. But when people read the affidavit, it explains to you exactly who she is. And then when people follow or know, or once you get to understand this situation, then you'll get to see exactly who Tammy Cowins is.
Okay, I'm gonna read a little part of it real quick, man. It says CS1's relationship with Flannery, Suarez, and Gatlin. When CSI became a DA informant, CSI was and had been a longtime associate of Demetrius Flannery. Now, Here's where it says CSI1 held Flannery's power of attorney and life rights with creative control. So...
yeah, that means she's the person that got his life right. So she's the person that 50 Cent got the movie from, the TV show from. That's the only way to get it. You can't get it from Meech because he in prison, so he can't DBA. He can't do business from prison. He's in jail. So he has to sign his rights to do his life story or do whatever he gonna do in his name over to somebody else. And Tammy Cowins is the person that was appointed to do all of that business. And she's the one that got the deal with 50.
The streets would say it ain't telling unless you got the paperwork. So, third-party snitching is third-party snitching, still snitching. I call it snitching. If you directed that energy and had that man locked up on any account for your betterment, any kind of way, you told you's a rat. But, a lot of times, that's how that shit work in the feds. Let's take a look at these comments and see what the world's saying about it.
You got people in here saying the show was trash anyway. Do away with it. We don't even care. This cat said, I would cross my family before I cross 50. That's wild. 50 operates out of the 48 laws of power. This is the 15th law. Crush your enemy totally. Everybody's like, damn, what the hell is happening, man? What's going on here? I thought everything was good. It's free to stand up, man. Ain't too many of them right there. Ain't too many men are free right there that stand up. But you can see in the comments, you know what I mean? You helped the rat, though. Yeah, 50 probably knew this shit ahead of time, though. This ain't no new surprise. Like, it was beneficial, all right? It was beneficial to 50 at some point, so it was a fair trade-off. Now that Meech done did some business on the side, right? He ain't going for it. He gonna out him now. He gonna put the flashlight on that paperwork. You know what I mean? This is bad for Big Meech's legacy, but I mean, it ain't nothing new, though. When you rise into the top, when you on them levels right there, of course, they gonna always try to smut your name. You ain't gonna find nobody on top that ain't had hate from all directions. But Like I said, you can see 50 Cent been posting the last few days. You know what I mean? He had this one right here, The Truth and Nothing But the Truth. He got the little video from a Bronx Tale right there. You know, comments, they saying 50 is delusional if you think the streets and hip hop community is going to pick you over Big Meech. Big Meech is more meaningful to the culture than you. And that's powerful, huh? We need Big Meech more than we need 50. That's a hell of a, I don't know, 50 done did it. I don't know, 50's an icon. Well, I don't know, I think he probably bigger than Big Meech, but I don't know. Y'all can tell me in the comments who y'all think is bigger, Big Meech, 50 Cent. Just think 50 did Meech. Man, that man wrote a book right there. You know, bro gets crossed by everybody he puts on and still gives opportunities. Damn. He said, make a series about the Black Liberation Army. We don't need BMF. They don't represent us. But to the streets, though, Big Meech represents the streets. Since hip-hop come from the streets, of course, Big Meech is going to be number one to the streets, you know what I mean? But here we go. I already know who she is. She is the police sleeping with the undercover police who got Big Duffy. Yeah, see, this is all twists and turns like some soap opera shit right here. This shit all over the place right here, but it's going to make for good content. It's going to make for good final season of BMF right here. I ain't really keep up too tough with the BMF season, but, you know, imagine you turn a man's son into a star while he's in jail. Ain't no loyalty to that shit. That shit, 50 probably seen he could make some money off of me. It's the same shit, Hollywood, right? 50 be expecting loyalty from them folks and they ain't obligated. Many people feel like that. I did 30 years in prison and you trying to tell me who to associate with? This shit is crazy. 30 years in prison is crazy, right? Yeah, that's wild. Why you wait till you're mad to want to expose? Yeah. See, 50 been knowing this. This paperwork been out there, right? This ain't nothing new. But you know, shit, they saying 50 acting like a bitter female. They saying this is feminine ways right here, but the way 50's operating is if you mess with my enemy, then you an enemy. That's how it is. And that's kind of like an old school ethic right there. You don't see that too often right now. Majority of people nowadays, they're going to play both sides. They're going to play the sides that's convenient for them whenever it's convenient. And they going to be Bennett and they ain't going to be in it. But a real homie going to stand on the side of who's right, though. You know what I mean? A real friend.
So it looks like the comments are pretty much 50-50, right? Most people think that 50 Cent is acting emotional like a woman and like a little girl, they said, right? That Big Meech don't owe nobody loyalty. You know, 50 Cent seen Meech's son and used that as an opportunity and capitalized. And this is just called business. Big Meech, his only loyalty resides with his real true blood family and those that have really looked out for him for a long period of time. But the other half would say that he should have showed some loyalty to 50 Cent for putting Meech into that position and so forth and, you know, doing whatever he's done for him. I see both sides of it. Me personally, if I was in Meech's shoes, I guess for me, I'd choose to be loyal to 50 because he showed love to my son like that. For me, I would try to be as cool as I could with 50 and I wouldn't fuck with Rick Ross. I wouldn't fuck with Rick Ross knowing who Rick Ross is just you know what I mean? Like, coming out of prison, doing all that time in the feds. But I mean, it's money and it's business, right? A smart businessman is going to look at that as what the average person is going to say, right? That's a easy lane for him. He's made a song about him. He can make all this money back. But like I said, for me, I move a little bit different. All money ain't good money. You know what I mean? I'd rather take the stairs and take the elevator in that sense right there. You know what I mean? Once again, you know, a man really don't got too much more than his word and his legacy at the end of the day. And, you know, now here going to come 50. He going to be spiteful and he going to try to smear Big Meech by using what most people have already known. We've already heard this before, right? But now he's going along and he's putting it out there. And, you know, 50 knew it. A lot of motherfuckers be knowing that shit. That's a prime example of, you know, I guess you would, you know, even though there ain't no gang shit, but it's like selective politicking, right? You gonna look past that man's flaws for your benefit because it's a trade-off, right? He doing something for you, you doing something for him. You gonna look past them flaws, but you knew the whole time that Big Meech was probably, you know, third party ratting or whatever the fuck they say he done did if he done did it, right? Allegedly. And then, you know what I mean? There's motherfuckers over here, you know, that Motherfuckers been telling, motherfuckers do all kind of weird shit. We seen it in the industry, but you know, at the end of the day, my opinion don't matter for shit except for in my bubble. I want to know what y'all think. Y'all let me know down there in the comments what y'all think, where y'all stand at in this divide right here. What kind of way would y'all have moved if y'all was Big Meech? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you made it this far in the video, show your boy just a little bit of that love so I get this video out there, get some traction. I greatly appreciate you. You know the program, sub up if you ain't subbed up. And I'm at y'all on the next video.